Hi, my name is Denise, and with my team, Anna and Alejandra, we are going to present Nanosave. Basically, in this project, we have water resources as our role, diseases as our problem, and nanotechnology as our technological tool.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about contextualization. First of all, San Jose de Iturbide is a city in Guanajuato, and we chose to talk about it because there have been many health issues for the citizens because of the water. There were three government organizations that were in charge of assuring the people that the water there was safe for human consumption. And they ran tests and said that the water was safe. But in 2016, UNAM made some tests and came to the conclusion that the water was polluted with radon, and this has caused 5 deaths and also many cases of stomach cancer.
And we choose San Jose de Iturbide as our city. Problem. Well, basically, UNAM made a research of the problem that it's going on in San Jose Iturbide, and they found out that for the last 14 years it has duplicated, well, the problem has duplicated itself, and it had led the population to diseases and even death. The studies that the UNAM made were denied by some governmental companies. They said that the problem wasn't there anymore, that the water was okay, that people could use that water as a resource. They said that on 2016. By the end of 2016, there were 5 people dead of stomach cancer due to the radioactive isotopes found on the wells. And what the government of San Jose de Iturbide has thought about doing is to close the polluted wells. As I already said, UNAM made a research and they found out that the radioactivity on these waters exceeds what the human organism tolerates. As our tool being nanotechnology, we had to research about it being really useful nowadays. We had a source on NASA and we wanted to present you a video of he explaining how NASA and or nanotechnology is helping to clean the water, but he asked us for privacy. Well, his face or name cannot be shown in this presentation, so he told us to call him by his nickname, that is Paolito or Paulo. Basically, NASA is working on some nanofilters that can help to clean the water. But the thing in San Jose Iturbide is that the governor is not showing a lot of interest on doing any change for the good of the population. He wants to replace more than 200 wells, and it's actually pretty impossible economically and even logically.
So now our hypothesis is if the government allows the use of nanotechnology in the filters to be placed in the water, it would be clean, and the diseases of the population in San Jose Iturbide won't be caused by this anymore. Our independent variable is to be able to decrease the deaths and diseases that are caused by the polluted water. And our dependent variable is the will of the government to use the nanofilters in the water supplies.
For our methodology, basically we need to get approval from the government to use these nanofilters, these nets, then test the levels of pollution in the water so that we know how efficient these nanofilters are. If they are very efficient, put the nets, the nanofilters for a few months as an extended project. Check again the levels of pollution, state if our hypothesis is right.
So in our data analysis, you can see a graph. In this graph, we are showing how many times The permitted level of radiation has increased, and our hypothesis states that the radiation level should normalize to the permitted one or decrease because of the nanofilters. For results, we have that the nanofilters are affordable and also feasible. They can help all around the world and not only in San Jose Iturbide, and that's all thanks to the NASA.
As our conclusion, we really think that our hypothesis is going to be right because our source in the NASA, Paulito, told us that the NASA is already working on this technology and it's called Nanosave. He didn't told us much because he's not working on that type of nanotechnology. He's actually working on other things, but as he has spoke to other co-workers, this nanoceram is going to be a real thing. Basically, it's a nanofilter that can filter up to a micron. It's basically a microscopic net that filters all the polluted water. Our source told us that it's going to be a reasonable price because this is a worldwide problem. We cannot have like the luxury of making it expensive and not everybody being able to afford it. So it's going to be reasonable. And if the government authorizes our hypothesis, it will be proved right. We want that to happen and it will be marvelous to test it. Well, thank you for your time and goodbye.